All right, we are live. What's up, guys? Happy New Year, first
Happy
and
New Year.
foremost. It is the first time that we get to see you in 2021. We are very excited and happy for this new year and what this new year is going to bring, all the blessings that obviously we get to create as a family and as a business, and what we want to be able to help you. This is the Real Estate Rockstar Partnership Live. I am your host, Phil Barneo, and I'm here with my beautiful wife,
Heather.
And we have some cool. Well, we are definitely live right now. We made sure of that. If you tuned in last week, you know that we had a little bit of a hiccup, which was kind of funny. But we are relentless. We don't let things stop us, right? We don't make excuses. We make a way. So we're just going right through it last week, and we re-recorded it and did it over.
Yes,
so that's what we did. So today we have something pretty cool, pretty exciting that we hope that will help you in your year, be able to achieve the goals and stuff that you set out. The title of today's episode, I'll let my wife read it to you.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about 5 steps to ensure that you reach your goals for the year.
Yes, and hopefully you have goals, right? If you don't have goals, well then actually that's step number 1, right?
Well, I was going to say, yeah, first you have to have them, right?
Yes. So step number 1 to being able to reach your goals is to know what it is that you want to go after. Now, as simple as that may sound, I've been there. Like there were a lot of years in my life and things when I wasn't as like driven, and or I should say I wasn't as maybe as organized, and I didn't understand the things that I do now, where I knew that I wanted to be better. I knew that I wanted certain things, but I didn't really have clarity. I didn't really know where exactly that I wanted to go. So if you don't know where you want to go, you're going to have a tough time getting there, right? It's like, driving to a certain destination and you're like, well, where are we going? I don't know. We're just trying to head in this direction, but we don't know exactly, right, where we want to go. So the first step to being able to ensure that you reach your goals is to clearly identify where it is that you want to go. And I think it's even probably, we should also say that to identify kind of where you are, and then where's your point A, and then where's your point B. So, and this is going to be a measurable thing for you. So that's why it's pretty cool, right?
Yeah. Well, they're at point A, right?
Well,
That's
right.
where you are.
But
That's
some
where
people
you
don't
start.
really know where point A is. Like you
Yeah.
got to assess yourself, right? And say,
True.
hey, where am I? Like, what did I make this year in gross commissions? How many transactions did I do? Kind of go building off of last week. Treat your business like a business. Understanding the stats and the numbers, like where am I? What did I do, this last year in 2021? And then let's figure out how many transactions do I want in 2022? What's my GCI goal for 2022? What's my team goal for 2022? Wherever you are, whatever your goals are, right? Understanding that I think is like really important. Like example, we're doing a lot of stuff in fitness right now because it's the new year. And so like if you want to lose weight, for example, if you just say, yeah, I want to lose weight, well, that's kind of cool, but it's better to say, hey, you know what? I want to get down to this weight. I want to get to drop this many pounds to be this weight, right? That's a more specific where destination that you're going. So I think it's very helpful. We had somebody, if you want to say, we were talking with one of our partners that wanted to go and become an icon agent, our EXP icon agent, this year. So
yeah,
that's a good goal. So if maybe you can explain what an icon agent is really briefly.
Yeah. So within EXP, they have what they call an icon agent. And it's all dependent on the number of transactions that you do. What did we say when we were doing the math?
You're probably going to be around, you'll be between like 24 and like 32 probably before you to hit icon.
Sales.
Transactions.
The number of, transactions. So annual transactions, if you're doing about 30 transactions for the year, you then get $16,000, which is the cap, back in the form of stock.
Yes.
So you get that $16,000 that you have already given to the company, to the brokerage, back in the form of in EXPI stock, right? And
you get status too, and you also get some other perks and stuff like that. But the point, right, is to know where. So this person has a specific goal. They want to be an EXP icon agent, and it's measurable, and they know where they are, right, and they know where they want to go. And so that's kind of the point of step 1, is to just clearly define where it is that you want to go. So if you're watching this, like, if you haven't done so yet, get some clearly defined, goals as far as what you can measure, where you want to be, monetary, or whatever. Obviously, in business and real estate and stuff, we're probably talking about monetary transactions, stuff like that. So that is step number one. What do we have for what is step number two for the 5 steps to ensure that you reach your goals?
Step number 2, know why you want it. Don't just want it, but have reasons behind it that are fueling you to accomplish and achieve whatever it is that you set forth to do.
Absolutely. See, when the why is clear, the how becomes easy. You become relentless when you know your why. And your why's got to go a lot deeper than just wanting to make more money, because money is never the true motivating factor for anybody. Money is just something that you transfer to get the things that you truly want. So money provides us with options, it provides us with opportunities to do things and stuff like that, but it's never the true reason why a person wants to do something. Now you can use an amount of money as a measure, in step number 1, but step number 2, what we want to do is clearly identify why we want to reach these goals. So if you want to, let's just say, in the icon agent example, let's say you want to, you want to do the 30 transactions and you want to, get your commission over $200,000. Why do you want that, right? So what are some good reasons that a person may have that, that what the money is going to provide for them?
Yeah, what could it provide? It can provide flexibility. You don't have to necessarily stick to, the same schedule that you've been doing. You can spend more time with your family. It gives you, leisure.
Absolutely.
Time, activities,
travel, see things. Maybe you want to earn more money. You like we do a lot of stuff as far as building financial freedom. You want to create, you want to create more passive income, so you can have more time freedom to travel and do the things that you really want to do. Spend more time with your family.
Yeah, it gives you the opportunity also to invest, right? So if you're in this case, if you're getting that money back, you can choose to utilize it. Invest in other things. You can move it around and.
Maybe you just want to create a tropical paradise in your backyard.
Or that.
You want to create a dope in-ground pool with some nice pavers and an outdoor fireplace and stuff. And that's like one of the dream things that you want to create in 2022. If that's you, call us up and invite us over, because we want to have a nice cocktail with you in your outdoor oasis. So whatever the goal is for you, just understand why that you want to achieve it. That's kind of what I'm trying to drive home in step number 2, is just know your why, because it's so important, because the why is what creates inspiration, and inspiration is when it's inspired within, it's motivation within, right? It comes from inside of you, from knowing the deep-rooted reason why you want to accomplish something. And I've learned throughout my years that it's really important to understand that. Otherwise, you're just going to give up. I'll go back to the weight loss example and stuff. So if you want to lose weight, if a person's trying to lose weight, like, why do you want to lose the weight, man? Like, is it because you're too out of shape to be able to play with your kids and stuff? Like, do you just not feel good, when you're taking your shirt off in the summer? Like, there's lots of different reasons that, you have pain inside for whatever it is you're trying to accomplish that you want to, relieve. And so those are the driving forces behind what's going to keep you going and inspire you when the obstacles come, because the obstacles are coming. It's not easy, right? Achieving whatever it is that you want to achieve in 2022 is probably going to be difficult. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be things that come your way. And when you know why you want to do it, it helps you because you become inspired to overcome those obstacles.
Sure.
So that's really the reason. Anything you want to add before we kick off step 3?
No, I think the why, knowing is what's going to really motivate you to achieve what it is you're looking to do.
Why did you marry me? I want to ask you that right now.
I said, are you going to put me on the spot today? He promised no.
So, all right, step 3. Why don't we give him step 3?
Okay, so step number 3 is to have a plan.
Have a plan. So it's great to know where you want to go. It's great to know why you want to go there, but you don't want to be like the 3 blind mice running around, right? Going nowhere. So we've got to create a plan of action that is, kind of specific and measures the things that you need to do to hold you accountable for where you're going, right? So how you want to plan how to get there, right?
Yep. Have an outline.
Have an outline. Have measurable things.
Oh, what what's the word somebody used today? A roadmap.
A roadmap to your success in 2022. And one of the things that you got to get familiar with, if you're not already, probably many of you are, if you're not, so there's these 3 letters that became really popular not too long ago called KPIs, right? Key point indicators. And so what basically that means, real simple forms, is like you have to have measurables. So in real estate, we'll go back to the person who wants to become an icon agent. So depending on how many transactions you've done last year, you know how many appointments you set, you know how many leads you had, how many people you talked to get you the results that you talked to. Maybe you know how much money you put in ad spend, and you know all these different factors that gave you the results of where point A is, where you are right now, what brought you to where you are, right? So if you want to kick that up a notch, you've got to get some key point indicators. So you're going to increase maybe your ad spend. You know that you have to talk to this many more people a day. You have to fill your funnel with, you know, how many more prospects or leads, right? And so, you know, you got to set how many more appointments. And so those things are the measurables that help you stay on track, right? To be able to get where you want to go. You seem like you wanted to add something.
Yeah, I was going to say, so you could pull from whatever you did, you know, the prior year, prior years, could be 2 or 5 or whatever. I was watching something today. I think it was Grant Cardone, and he said you have to put in 5 times the amount of effort to net the result that you thought you were going to get with one time.
Actually,
is it 10?
10x. Yeah, 10x.
10. So,
which is cool. If you never read that book, it's a good book. Grant Cardone's 10x. Put in 10 times the effort that you think it's going to take to achieve what it is you want to achieve, because it's going to take more effort than you think. So if you try to overproduce, shoot for the moon, hit the stars, or something like that, right? So you always want to try to go farther than what you think it's going to take for you to get there. So we'll use the example again. So if you want to earn, let's just say you want to do, you know, 30 transactions, right? Well, shoot for, I mean, in Grant Cardone's example, shoot for 300, right? Yeah. And then you get 30.
Well, then you'll definitely get 30.
Yeah. But the point is, don't go for what it is that you want. Go for more than you want, because the chances are you're probably going to, you know, you want to overshoot to be able to actually get where you want to be. So that is what you should do with your plan.
Right.
Kind of overshoot your plan a little bit so that, you know, you obviously can, you know, have some room for error and still be able to reach your goals.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was pretty good. Good point there. So step number 1, know where you want to be. Step number 2, know why you want to go there. Step number 3 is to have a plan to get there, a specific laid out plan that's detailed, that gives you the measurables in order to obviously achieve, so that you can use the KPIs to measure where you are, if you're on or off course, right? And why don't you give them step number 4?
Step number 4, feed yourself with a motivation on a daily basis.
Yes. Motivation is really, some people talk smack about motivation. I say you're crazy, because inspiration is great. Like we talked about before, like when you have your why, it's inside of you, and it's like, you know, it's driving you and stuff. But motivation is very important. It's external factors. So if one of the things that we always use all the time in our team and everything is iron sharpens iron, right? Proverbs 27:17. Who you're around and who you surround yourself with matters. And the people and the energy that you're around make a difference in your life. So you can know where you want to go. You can know why you want to go there. You can have a plan to get there. But if you're surrounded by, you know, people who don't want to go where you want to go, if you're surrounded by negativity, if you're drowning yourself in a sea of, you know, negative people, or you know, you're just not in that positive environment where you're being encouraged and supported, and the energy level is being raised to help support you, well, then it's going to be draining, and you're going to be fighting. It's like trying to swim upriver, right? You want to be able to create that motivation daily, so that you feel good daily, and you're motivated daily, and it's feeding that inspiration inside of you. One of the ways you could do it is to, when you understand your why, you write it down. Write your why down. Write your reasons why you want to achieve your goals down, and then review them every morning quick.
Oh, I have another stat for that. Yeah. This is Krista Mayshore. I just watched this. She said in her in the courses, you know, and stuff that she offers for real estate, she stated that when a person or a group of people actually write down what it is that they want to accomplish rather than just thinking it. There's something about it activates, different parts of your brain. So you're thinking it, you're believing it, and you're writing it down. You're physically acting on it. You're 40% more likely to achieve. I think it was 40 though. I don't know where she got it from.
Yeah. But no, great point. Yeah. Absolutely. So when you write something down, there's just something that happens with the mind and to the pen and to the paper. And even, I mean, honestly, I've also heard, people talk about even more so when you write it pen to paper instead of, electronically.
Yeah,
there's just something stronger about
you're making it permanent.
There's something strong about old school writing, right?
Yeah.
So that's another way to do it. So review your why and realize that motivation matters. Like if and it goes motivation and what you surround yourself with is something that it's about everything. It's the people you hang out with. It's the stuff that you listen to, the stuff that you watch, the stuff that you read or don't read, right? So like if you could choose to have a goal to, and we preach this hard personal development and stuff like that to make sure you're reading something or listening to something, either a positive podcast or a seminar or something. You're doing something on a daily basis to fuel your motivation, because motivation is it's like food for your soul. It's food for your like you eat for your body, but what you feed your mind, you need mental nourishment every single day to keep you on track. You don't stay motivated, you don't stay fired up and excited and stuff like that about your goals for 2022 and about where you want to go by not feeding your mind with positivity. It's not going to happen. And that's just the truth. And a lot of people, unfortunately, get drowned out, not taking that seriously enough.
Oh, I have another stat. I was watching a video and I'm trying to think of I can't remember exactly what the study was, right? But they took 3 groups of people and they had, let's just say 25 people try to make a basket in basketball from a certain, however many feet. I don't know. And so they monitored their results, and then they took all of those people, split them up into 3, and they had one group not do anything at all for 1 month. And then redo it and try to make a basket. And they had made no progress whatsoever. The results were exactly the same. The second group practiced physically every day, trying to make a hoop, for however, let's just say an hour a day. That group, when they retested them, they improved by 23, or I think it was 24%. So they did 24% better than they did the first time just by physically acting on it. And then the third group of people, they told them, don't practice physically, just tell yourself every day and envision yourself and actually know that you're going to do it when you go to try to do it. And they improved only 1% less than the people that physically practiced. So I heard that and I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting, because you could also just have the belief and the motivation, within you. And then if you believe it and you
absolutely
project it,
confidence is king, baby.
Yeah.
And it's the truth. And you right. If you believe and you're programming yourself every single day with words of affirmation and faith, and you're building yourself up and your belief, and like you said, you're gonna be shooting better. You're gonna be more more active in actually fulfilling what it is that your plan is in the previous step. So yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. And that kind of goes throughout, with anything, visualization and believing, right? And so that is one excellent way to feed yourself daily.
Yeah.
And to get some good results. So step number 4 is feed yourself daily. Yeah. So now we are coming into the final step. What's the final step?
Final step, step 5, track your progress and adjust if you need to. Monitor, how far you're getting and whether you're on track to actually meet that goal. If you are, that's great. Keep doing what you're doing. If you're not, you can always change it. You can always alter your schedule or whatever you need to do to change the outcome of what your result
is absolutely. Be. So you obviously you have a plan, right? And you're staying motivated and you're trying to work the plan. But at some point, you got to measure whether the plan's working or not and where you are, right? So that's where those KPIs and stuff come in, like measuring and seeing where you are, so that this way, if you're tracking it, you can say, hey, I need to make more adjustments here. I need to kick up the amount of leads that I'm talking to. I got to 10x them at this point, right? Because like, yo, that's not getting me where I want to go. The first month or the first quarter, I'm not doing, where I need to be able to reach those goals. So if I'm in quarter one and I want to do, let's just say, 40 transactions and I'm not on track for 10, well, you know what? We gotta kick it up. And so like that's where the measuring and everything comes into place to keep you on track. Are you meeting those KPIs, right? It's like, people, it's interesting because like I noticed, like there are certain things that you would never, hopefully, never not measure, right? Like one of them is your bank account, right? You wouldn't just, let's just say, just keep spending money, although it is fun, right? But
some people do.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been there. And so, but you want to measure, like if you want to grow your bank account, right, you got to measure it, right? So you got to put more in, and you're right. So why in anything that you want to grow? So if we're talking about getting better, making progress, setting goals to improve, you want to grow progress. So you got to measure it, just like you would want to measure, your bank account if you were trying to grow your money in it, which we probably are talking about here.
Yeah, I see somebody wrote, got my why nailed down. Good for you.
Very good. Yes, thank you. Let me see. Riza Collins, thank you for joining us, and I'm glad you got your why, and hopefully you wrote it down, right? Because that magic happens when the pen hits the paper. So, so step 5 is track your progress. So let's do a recap here. This may sound simple to some people, but you know what? Don't overlook it, because this is really like it's the bread and the butter of being able to understand that you can improve the likelihood of reaching your goals if you follow these 5 steps here. The likelihood of you achieving the goals that you wanted to, or exceeding them, or even coming close, like making that progress, is going to be dramatically increased. Okay. And so step number 1 is know where you want to go. Don't be blind. Know where you want to go. Step number 2 is know why you want it, not money. Why you want it. It goes way deeper than money. Step number 3,
have a plan.
Have a plan. You always got to have a plan. Step number 4 is to feed yourself daily with motivation. If you have negative people around you, get away from them if you can, for the most part, and if it's somebody that you really small doses, and a lot of times it's family, and it is what it is. You gotta limit the doses, and that's a tough thing for a lot of people sometimes. A lot of people have a lot of people that are close to them in their lives that are energy stealers, that are they're life suckers, and they take and they drain the energy out of you. You have to recognize those people in your life, and you have to, like you said, if you can't get rid of them because maybe it's your mom or something, right? Well, you still have to limit the time that you spend with them, right? So that's the key when it comes to that. And then step number 5 is
track progress and adjust if you need to.
Absolutely. Track progress and adjust if you need to. And so those are the 5 steps to help you reach your goals for 2022. We hope that you enjoyed that. We hope that you wrote those 5 steps down and that you're going to implement them. And we would love for you to share with us. Feel free to DM us and stuff like that. Anything on this, if it helped you in any way, or if you have any questions on anything, or if when you're making progress, be like, yo, we love celebrating success. So if you are doing well, share that success with us. We love success stories and stuff, right?
Absolutely.
We love to celebrate, and that's actually one of our goals, is to celebrate more of the small things this year, instead of just like moving past everything. Take the time to recognize your smaller achievements and stuff and acknowledge them. And so we think that that's pretty important, right?
Yeah.
Is there anything that you have that you want to say in closing?
Yeah, pretty much, I think you covered it. If anybody would like to reach out and go over, or even just brainstorm, like we love networking. We love hearing your success stories, even your struggling stories. anything we can do to offer, to improve your career or even give you, helpful tips or whatever you need. If you need a team atmosphere, we're here.
Yes, we are here. And if 2022 is a big year for you and you're excited about, reaching your goals, and maybe you feel like, you just don't have the right leadership, you don't have the right mentorship, or maybe you feel like you just need a change from where you are, we welcome you to reach out to us. We are building an excellent organization and team of people within our Rockstar partnership with EXP. You can DM us. You can also go to exprockstarpartnership.com, and you can learn all about what we offer in EXP and with our partnership. And you can also on there schedule a discovery call with us so that we can answer any questions that you have, help you understand and have clarity upon as far as what we offer and what EXP can offer you, and see if it's a good fit for you for this year to help you reach your 2022 goals. So if that's you, we're excited. Go to exprockstarpartnership.com, check us out and schedule the call. And we are going to sign off right there. This is another episode of Rockstar Partnership Live, coming at you every Thursday at 6 o'clock with your hosts. I'll call myself Fired Up Phil because I love to stay fired up. And this is my wife, Heather. And we're going to sign off on that note. God bless you guys. We love you. Have a fantastic week. And go start making progress on your goals in 2022. When we come back next week, we want to hear some good success stories, right? You got your goals, you got your why, you got your plan, and that's it. Take care.